Hello, good people. It's Rob Lee. I want to do a video for you of an event that happened up in Massachusetts about 5 or 6 days ago, and why it's important to me personally. Is this a hate crime, and was it a premeditated act of violence? The culprit in the video looked directly in the referee, and he made sure the referee was not looking, and then he struck his victim with a vicious elbow directly to his face. Now let's watch the report, the newscast out of Boston, and then I will close with my thoughts and tell you why this is so important to me and the world that we live in. I appreciate it.
Taking a shot on the basketball court, a Fitchburg State player hits a Nichols College freshman hard with an elbow to the face. Tonight, that Fitchburg State player is off the team and banned from campus. Ken McLeod's in Fitchburg, where the school is calling the player's actions appalling.
Two Division III schools, not necessarily known for their basketball prowess, are getting national attention tonight for a now viral video clip from Tuesday's game. Fellow students at Fitchburg State were not very forgiving.
Oh, it's absolutely terrible. Glad he's out.
He's talking about the basketball game here last night when Fitchburg's Kewan Platt flattened Nate Tenaglia of Nichols with a seemingly unprovoked forearm to the face, just a second after the victim sank a late three-pointer in a Nichols win.
Yeah, it's just one incident. I don't think it's really reflecting the school as a whole.
Despite his glance to see if the nearby ref was looking, Platt was kicked out of the game. Today, Fitchburg State said it was appalled by the conduct displayed, and Platt had been indefinitely suspended from the team and barred from campus.
It's definitely severe, but also what he did was severe.
Fans at the game say Platt was mad that Tenaglia wasn't called for a foul on this play moments earlier when Platt's three-pointer missed badly. On the Nichols campus tonight, the victim declined our interview request through friends, but other students had little mercy for the accused.
I just can't believe he did it.
Not good sportsmanship at all.
It looked like it was pretty unwarranted.
He can laugh about it now because even though Tenaglia went down hard, he was okay and actually kept playing. But the video has blown up on social media, with some urging forgiveness for a heated moment of poor judgment and others demanding even tougher punishment.
I mean, let me put it this way, it's a game.
We're told campus police are now looking into the incident, and the league has rescinded a Player of the Week award it just gave to Kewan Platt. In Fitchburg, Ken McLeod, WBZ News.
All right, folks, after watching that, let me say this. There is a lot of evil in the world and a lot of evil and violent behavior. The system right now in the world are so corrupt that they have made it criminal to defend the innocent and point the finger at culprits. You see, if you defend the innocent, you are bad, and if you point the finger at the culprits, you are wrong. This was an assault, and this man, this young guy, should be punished. He should be punished in a court of law. I don't believe that this will be brought to court. I don't believe it will happen, and I'm telling you right now, if you follow the story, it won't happen. What if the roles were reversed? What do you think would happen? Would it make mainstream news? Well, it would be all over the news. It would be breaking news. Breaking news. There would be an outcry from all the enemies of Jesus Christ. Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson would be demanding retribution, assault charges, and more. There would be protests nationwide. Students would walk out of class. There would be a plethora of videos all over the internet, and especially YouTube, saying how evil white people are if the roles were reversed. However, the roles are not reversed. And this type of criminal behavior, this violent behavior, goes on every day all over this country. This particularly evil act got so much attention because it was caught on video. If it wasn't caught on video, folks, you wouldn't hear a thing about it. Was this a hate crime, though? That's my question. Was it racially motivated? Hate crimes are supposed to be motivated by race, ethnicity, religious, and sexual preferences. These are the groups that are supposed to fall into this. So on the surface, this doesn't appear to be a hate crime. It simply looks like a second-rate basketball player who got mad because another player was showing him up. The player happened to be white. Yet the reality is this. The FBI, who enforces the law of this so-called hate crime, would label this as a hate crime if the victim had been black. You see, if a white guy had done that to a black guy, it would be a hate crime. In 2018, the Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act of 2018 targeted Christians, patriot groups, gun owners, homeschoolers, anti-vaxxers, citizen militias, and even just the regular people who are at odds with the country. Now, according to the FBI, and I've told you this before, and I'm going to keep saying it, the definition of a domestic terrorist is this: individuals and or groups inspired by or associated with primarily U.S.-based movements. Why does it say primarily U.S.-based movements? Because it's targeting us, that espouse extremist ideologies of a political, religious, social, racial, or environmental nature. You see, the bill targets folks like us who speak out against evil. The whole idea of the Babylonian system is to make people afraid to speak out against evil. This is the idea, folks. This is what they want you to do. They want you to be afraid to speak out against evil. They want you to be afraid to defend Jesus Christ. The victim was able to stand up and walk away from the assault. He could have very easily have been maimed for life. Praise Yah that he wasn't. Many young, old men, especially women and children, are not so fortunate. The Almighty Father, as I told you before, is going to wake up his children. The devil and his children cannot seem to comprehend by continually promoting and defending such violence. They are only helping to bring the flock of Jesus Christ together. And they don't comprehend this. They cannot understand it because, as the book of Jude says, they are twice dead, plucked up by the roots. Do you know what that means? It means they are physically as well as spiritually dead. That's what it means to be twice dead. They are dead men and women walking, and they're too damn stupid and evil to know it. They are done. Now, folks, if this truth is not good enough for you, you can go watch movies, you can listen to some music, and you can engage in the demonic stimuli of having monsters tell you in Hollywood and the music industry to beat, kill, deal, steal, and so many more morally engrossing qualities. Or you can top off your evening by watching CNN, Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC, Oh, How the Beast Loves the Ignorant People. You can listen to people like Andy Cooper, Rachel Maddow, Sean Hannity, Al Sharpton, and all the rest of the devil's children till you laugh. Maybe you would prefer an alternative point of view. You can go check out Alex Jones and the InfoWars sign as shills. Now, Jones pretends to be a friend of the average guy, right? Now, it's no coincidence that most of Jones' followers are white people, right? This is by design. And Alex Jones is always telling you who the enemy is, but he never actually tells you who the enemy is. He never tells you who's actually in the pyramid, at the top of it, in the capstone. He never will tell you that because he can't. Jones works for the same sadistic creatures who, as Jesus Christ said, are responsible for all the righteous blood shed upon the earth. How's that for some knowledge for you? Now, after listening to Alex Jones' bullshit and him doing the very best he can to keep you angry, scared, and confused, you might want to balance it out by checking out Bill Maher on HBO for a more liberal point of view. Now, he'll give you a bit more comedy as he laughs and mocks our Father, Jesus Christ, and especially those Christian white people. Maher is the seed of the serpent. Trust me, folks. He may tout that he's for the poor and the downtrodden. The truth is this: he has no regards at all for the poor, the sick, and the needy. It's simply a disguise. All these monsters wear disguises. Now, if this is not enough for you, then you may need the counterintelligence. No, not intelligence, but counterintelligence of the internet, where you can also be entertained. Now, once you visit the internet, the choices become far more in number. However, the lunacy steps up quite a few levels. You see, the mainstream media, Hollywood, music, people like Maher and Jones, they're seasoned devils with unlimited resources behind them. When you visit the internet, you will start to see the lower tier devils. These are where the lower level shields, this is where they work, this is where they practice, this is where they get seasoned. And people like myself and others who are genuine and blessed with some truth, you will be shunned and you will be censored. That's how you can spot the honest people. They will be shunned and they will be censored. Now, if these particular devils are not enough to keep you full of sewage and entertained, you can make the pilgrimage, as I know many of you do, to your local church. Now, it does not matter the day or the week, or if you are the first service of victims or the second. The 9 a.m. service is just as daily as the 10:15 a.m. The filth and deception in churches is more disgusting than anything listed above. You see, folks, you are looking at something far more sinister than what most people could even begin to understand on their most creative day. All these devils and devices, everything from the video to everything that I just showed you, they all make up one beast working toward one goal. That is to destroy us. In closing, I'll leave you with this. Don't be violent. Don't be foolish. Avoid trouble if you possibly can. Be kind at every opportunity. And always remember that you have the God-given right to defend yourselves and your family. In closing, if you have not watched the last 10 videos that I've done, I would strongly suggest that you do so. They tell you how to spiritually prepare for what is coming. The Almighty Father is real. Jesus Christ is real. He is the only begotten Son. He is risen. He was dead, and he is alive, and he sits at the right hand of the Almighty Father. This is the truth. And if this truth is not in you, then you are lost. May the Almighty Father bless every one of you in the name of Jesus Christ, which is the only name that saves. May the Father bless you all.